All right, there we go. Welcome, one and all, to my stream. Welcome to the Sunday stream. I am your host, NeckBear'd, as usual, because it's my stream. So why wouldn't I be hosting it? I mean, stands to reason, right? Okay, two things I'm going to say before I start streaming here. One, Tara, you're a smartass. All right, three things. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Our chief weapon is surprise. Surprise and fear and surprise are two chief... Anyway, three things. The second, since I already said the first, the second is my sinuses are terrible today. Bouncing between 80 and 60 and all that stuff in the middle. And even all the sinus meds I took, everything. So if it gets like a really bad cough and stuff, I'll do my best to try to mute the mic and all that. And I do apologize ahead of time. But even compared to the other ones, this might be a little worse. Three, I wanted to make a clarification based on my... well, so far I took votes for the Nintendo E3 Direct. And mostly, a majority of them want me to do a reaction stream. Well, I know the tweet said, and I'm just going to kind of reiterate what I tweeted, is that I am not going to be a reaction channel. If there's some reason I feel I need to react to something, I will. But overall, I'm only going to react if something really calls for it. So, yeah. I just want to make that clear because part of it is that I'm not big on general reaction channels because of the concept behind them. If anyone runs them, fine. That's your thing. If they're legit, then cool. If it's just kind of you know, I don't want to get into too much. I don't want to get into politics with this. You know, it has nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that I'm not a big fan of them. So the only reason I'm going to do Nintendo E3 is because I heard through the grapevine and all that this one's going to have some really nifty things in it and some surprises. So I do very much want to cover that, and I want people to be around when we do it. So it's kind of like more like a get-together where all of us can enjoy it together. Not so much as just some random streamer / YouTuber, whatever, just going out there because trying to get views. To be honest, I just like when people come watch my streams and stuff just for the fun of it, because that's the point. I don't really care about like, oh, let's get more views. More. Would I like more so more people can enjoy it with me? Yes. I'd like more people here, but I'm not out here to just like grind views. It's like, if I get to 1,000 subscribers and all that, you know, I'm going to bake a cake, you know, and I don't really care. It's a matter of I'm playing games and I just want you guys to come enjoy it. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Okay. Moving on. First, let me blow my nose 1 second. Okay. Moving on, we are now going to pick up where we left off on the third game of the Mega Man series, not including Powered Up because that's just a remake of the first. Third game of the Mega Man series. It is time for Mega Man 3. And there's the game capture. And it didn't want to work here for a second, I didn't think. So let me make sure that it is... Let's see. Screen. Yep, okay. 1 Mega Man. 2 Mega Man. 3 Mega Man. Uh-oh. That's especially if Dr. Wily's watching them. Okay. Again, I am sorry about the excess coughing and sniffling and crap, but that's just how bad I am. All right, here we go. Let's get this train wreck rolling. Okay, so I like Brindle Floss. If you guys haven't listened to it, go listen to the Mega Man 3 theme with lyrics from Brindle Floss. Really good. Okay. Oh, there's something else I'd like to mention. Oh, it helps if I actually turn down the sound. Fine, I'll reset the game so we can listen to start again. All right. But yeah, listen to the Brental Floss. The Brental Floss version of this song. I love it. Lots and lots. Now, I actually had a conversation with some of my friends before, and my biggest thing is that for the viewers, and this is something another point I suppose I want to make, is that for the viewers, I don't want, especially because, you know, I've easily beaten a lot of this stuff, and years ago, and kind of making the point with Mega Man 2 and all that, you know, I had to do it the natural and easy way, or I say natural and easy, no, the natural and hard way, back in the old day, and, you know, now that we have rewind features, save states, all that, blah, 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 you know, I don't want people to think it's like, oh, he's just, you know, he's just sitting there and he's doing the easy stuff, and oh, God, no. No. What it comes down to it is that I'm not going to do this super hardcore. If I want to do, like, a specific hardcore stream, then, you know, I'll cut that stuff out and I'll do everything totally natural. I'm trying to be as close as I can, but sometimes I'm just saving time. And I know I've mentioned that before, but I just wanted to re-clarify. Anyway, let's start with Top Man. Look at my nuts. Look at my nuts and bolts. They swear to get to come at me. The little rabbit things that you can't shoot while they're on the ground, so you gotta hit them when they're jumping. And doing that voice actually helps me talk a little better. And now this is the first Mega Man that I can slide. Okay. Which I'm happy with, because then I can actually make a little progress. This is also one of the Mega Mans that has, technically speaking, the most bugs. I mean, other than the way to be able to cheese the rush items earlier than you should, it's also got the trick where if you input, I think it's right, and you hold A on the controller when Mega Man, on the second player controller from the NES version, when Mega Man jumps in a pit, he don't die. He loses all his health, but then he can jump, like, super jump in the pit, and things like that. Which, by the way, just because I've been doing it since God knows how long, I will be cheesing the Rush Jet, because you normally get it from Needleman. But, since I do Needleman last, I figure I might as well get it as, like, the second adapter, just because it's that much easier. Plus, I know how to do the trick, so why wouldn't I do it? I'm also going to use the turbo a little bit more because I want to save my thumb. As I said before, I'm not as young as I used to be. And I want to do the full stream for you guys because I enjoy doing it, so, yeah. I'll try to limit it to, like, certain enemies like that just to save a little time, but... I don't want to cheese the whole thing. You know, I may like cheese, but... I also don't want to sit there and be like, save state after every, you know, single enemy. It's like, okay, gotta make it to the end without getting hit. You know, that's something you do in, like, Castlevania 1. It's that much of a bitch. Now, top platforms. I fucked it up. I'll take the death because I didn't think. And a lot of it has to do with the fact, because like even I said in the Mega Man 2 stream, I don't know the last time I made a mistake like that, and that's true even right there. And I think it's just because I'm streaming for an audience. So, I'll try not to do that again. Yeah. Jump over the first top and get hit by the second. I mean, that's wonderful. That's just the way I want to do it. Damn it, I wanted to take my shirt off before I did this. So I can rub my oath how fabulous nipples. No, because when I stream, I get hot, baby. And despite having airflow in the area here, it's still rather warm. See, there's no point spamming the turbo button on the boss because he's got a certain frames of invulnerability, so... All I'm doing is just wasting time. There we go. Top man down. Top down. Yeah. Alright, 1 second while I get the item. I'm gonna take this damn shirt off. Oh, much better. I'm not sweating up terribly. All right. Now, the one problem with Top Man's weapon is that based on the proximity, how close you are to an enemy, and your technically invulnerability frames, there's a slight glitch where every time it hits with part of the spin, I'll show you. Like, you spin here, it doesn't, if you notice, my energy isn't going down. If I'm close to something, depending on how many hits it takes from the spin, it'll start taking away energy from the top spin. Now, if I hit somebody during invulnerability frames, i.e. like Shadow Man, I can literally burn through the entirety of my top spin and only do a tiny bit of damage to him. So I have to watch. Amongst a few other things, as part of a mention before, that's some of the bugs in the game. And now I get to fight Proto Man. Here's the Proto Whistle. And this is why the slide is generally more useful than the not slide. Not only can I move faster, but I can get around things. Now, I don't know if I previously mentioned this in my other streams, but I'm going to mention it now. Mega Man 3 is my favorite Mega Man game. 2 was my favorite for the longest time, and then it changed over to 3. Why? Because it also, out of most of the Mega Man games, actually just about all of them, it has the most unique mechanic. Now, for those that have never played Mega Man 3 before, or watched it or anything, Capcom knew how popular Mega Man 2 was. Now, just to be also clear, is that after Mega Man 1, technically speaking, 2 wasn't even really supposed to exist. None of them passed that. You know, it was kind of a test run, and it's like, yeah, whatever, you know. And Mega Man 1 did moderately well. Fucking things. Anyway, Mega Man 1 did moderately well. So, a lot of the creators of Mega Man 2 worked on it in their spare time. Just for fun. Because they enjoyed the first Mega Man game, so they decided to work on it. Well, 2 was, like, as most people know, like, blew up the franchise because of just how much better it was and the effort. Now, that was all spare time effort, so people had a lot more leeway. They were doing it a little bit more for fun. So they tried something new and different with Mega Man 3. Now, going back, as I was going to say, the popularity of 2 was so good. Mega Man 3 is the biggest of, I do believe, the biggest of the NES games in sheer file size, because not only do you fight all the Mega Man 3 bosses, but then you have to fight the Mega Man 2 bosses in their Doc Robot form. Now, the reason they did Doc Robots and not the actual bosses themselves is because the game ran out of visual memory. So there's like one frame of where you get to see which boss you're fighting as it goes down into the Doc Robot body, and then you just fight it based on the weaponry. Yeah, Mega Man 3. It's some good stuff, Blue. Well, that's alright. I mean, say garbage as a kid. I mean, some people just, they get better with it over time. And, well, like, look at me in Castlevania. Like I had mentioned to you before. It took me forever to beat it, and then I finally recently beat it after, what, 25, 30 years? And now... But I just, to save time, I used the save states in the different areas because, to be honest with you, you get 2 lives and no continues in that game, and it's not worth going back through it all over again just to get your ass handed to you at Dracula again, because especially the version they put in Anniversary Collection has the glitch where if you have too much on screen, it freezes the game. Can you imagine if I made it all the way through there without a save state, got to Dracula, which happened to me, by the way. It froze for me. Can you imagine if I got there, was fighting Dracula, it froze like that, and then I'm like, oh, well, I get to start this all from area fucking 1 again. Woohoo! Yay me! You know. So, no. I mean, I finally beat it on my terms. It was still hard as balls. I want that to be clear, but I'm glad it's done. But no, to finish the story here is that Mega Man 3, because it was because of the popularity, they threw in the dock robots, and they managed to do it with just enough memory. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of debug stuff, which is why Mega Man could cheese the pit, like I mentioned before, and all that, but overall, gameplay-wise, because they remade it for the Wily Wars. Sorry, I didn't want to die, so I was concentrating. They remade it for Mega Man and Wily Wars for Sega Genesis, which never saw a physical release in the US. It did in Europe and Japan and everywhere else, but they got it on the Sega streaming channel, which was nifty for its time. But luckily, the Sega Genesis Classic that's coming out will have a full working version of Mega Man and the Wily Wars. I saw that, and it makes me so super happy. I do plan on getting that. And maybe in a later stream, I might stream that for you, because I do have a digital release of the Mega Man and Wily Wars, especially patched so that the save feature actually works to go to the extra content. So, yay. But, yeah, it's just Mega Man 3, I just enjoyed it. I mean, going again, talking about glitches. Look here above Shadow Man. You see that? You gonna see that flickering there? It's in the original game. It's in all that stuff. I checked even the Rockman 3 version. It's still there. So that, like I said, just some things. But you know, if you can look past some of the glitches, it still is just a great game. Anyway, Shadow Man's down, so we're gonna go on to Spjarkman, the Norwegian. Oops, wrong button. I played through this the other day, and I was just going through, running, hitting the turbo button. I was playing the Rockman version just to see if there were any like general differences. And that, like I said, I just love the game, so it's like, why not play it just for fun? So I was using the turbo button most of the time there because, like I said before, why not? But I was also just playing it on my Switch before bed. So. Now, once I find some... Yeah, nah, I'll do this way. No, I won't. Yeah, I'll do it this way. I'll probably cheese the second area, because I'll have item energy, but I'll show you guys how to... If I stop hitting these guys... It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna get a faith roll by them. Why not? Alright, here's item energy. I'm gonna show you the little programming error they put in. Now, if you happen to be lucky enough to get any of the weapons that are to the left of the Rush Coil, Rush Marine, and under it would be Rush Jet, if you slide to the right, hey look, Rush Jet. Put item on here, make sure to ride it for a second. Oh look, Rush Jet. Bingo, cheesed. And now I have Rush Jet for the rest of the game. That works with, I think the ability above it is, I can't remember if it's Sparkman's or Snakeman's. Once you get that and then move over, if I didn't have the Rush Marine, I would be able to get it that way. I would be able to get the Rush Marine that way as well. Now, the other nice thing they did is when you go through the Dock Robot stages, you go through 4 remixed versions of these stages. Sparkman, Shadow Man, Needle Man, and I'll think of it when I get to the main screen. But you go through remix stages of theirs, and it's actually slightly changed. So you have to think about how much general RAM space that was taken up on top of everything else. So, especially at the time, because it was, as you saw, this is 1990, and the game, I want to say, came out in 89 in Japan. I mean, if you think about the sheer size of what they managed to fit in based on the technology at that point, that's pretty impressive, so... Also, it wasn't until Mega Man 4 that they started making it, so Robot Masters only have one weakness per, like one Robot Master weakness to another. Yeah, like they had in actually Mega Man 1, and then they changed it up as you saw in 2 with, I pretty much took out half of everything with the Metal Blade. And in this one, it's a little mixed up too, so... I got Spark Shock. I also like the weapon screen on this one, and the music in it. Okay, yeah, let's be Sparkman, Gemini Man, Shadow Man, and Needle Man. Those are the ones that'll become Doc Robot stages after I beat these guys. So, alright, now that I got the Spark, we're gonna go for the Magnet. That medic is a magnet! Yeah! It also sucks due to my age. I gotta start cutting down on caffeine, so I can only have like a cup of coffee in the morning, and that's it. You can kind of just hear him going, "Yay! I'm on a trip! Mommy, let's ride it again!" You know. Proto Man again? Proto Man again. But, yeah, I'm limited on caffeine, but I still like my Sody Pop, so... Luckily, Coca-Cola has a caffeine-free regular version, not diet, because diet is poopy. And I also like, ginger ale, and I like the, Cherry 7-Up. You know, I managed to avoid Proto Man. Couldn't manage to avoid a homing missile that's, you know, got a giant hitbox. Oh, Jesus, hang on, I gotta blow my nose again. Okay, sorry about that. And, oh, damn it. I don't need it. Oh! Wait, I can get, there's energy there. Well, screwed that up. But that's alright. This is also the game with the rush jet that you can cheese everything with. Because as long as you're not standing on them, so if you like keep rapidly jumping, it doesn't drain any energy. And you can control height and direction and all that stuff really quick. Compared to the later ones that act more like the item 2 that you could actually angle upwards and downwards and stuff. And this is why it's so nice having the rush jet early. I won't need any more, so I won't go for the things down there. I got more than enough health to take out Magnet Man, so... Not that I need it, but I'll just grab them. So why not, right? Alright. Let's use the Spork Shook. If I can hit him. There we go. Fuck me, baby! Fuck me dry! Can't tell if he's like Jackhammer Man or just enjoying himself. Didn't even see the shot there. It's just like I stared at him and he exploded. Best part. That's the other effect I like compared to the other Mega Mans, is that you actually watch their explosions go into you, so you see how you absorb the weaponry. And that keeps playing through, I think, every Mega Man from here on out. Okay, let's see here. Magnet Missile, time to get hard, man. I mean, time to get hard, man. I love this song. Because you can kind of picture like a conga line, and then just, you know, doing like a little kick. You know. Oh, come on. Gimme. Fine. Doesn't have to be like the Mega Man 2 stream where they gave me like 11 billion lives. Okay, well, take the energy. Chompers. You know, I could have made the joke, not the bees, but you guys have probably heard it plenty. The other nice thing is being able to fire your pea shooter. This is not till Mega Man 4 that he gets the actual Mega Buster. Nice to be able to fire your pea shooter from the Rush Jet, which, during one of the Wily fights, is a boon. It's a boon, I tells you. Kill a monkey, kill a monkey, kill a monkey, kill a monkey. This is like a bastardized metal blade, but I'll take it because it still can fire in a lot of directions. It can't fire in every, but it can fire in like 180 degree, going upwards, so I'm okay with that. Again, pew, pew. He wanted to come down and say hi, then jump back up, I guess. Okay, let's see. I'll go back to my pea shooter. My lemons. Can't help it, I think of Larry the Cable Guy every time I say lemons. There's a Cars 2 Electric Boogaloo. Either that or I think of Cave Johnson, where I'm gonna kill people with the lemons. I'll get my engineers to develop a combustible lemon that'll burn your house down. I can't necessarily burn their houses down, but I can certainly kill them with lemons. It's like killing them with kindness, except more citrus. Yay, just what I needed. Bees on my head. And more Proto Man. Come on. Come on. Die, Prody-Dody. Prody-Dody-Dody-Do. As I mentioned before, it's so much better to be hit by their projectiles than being hit by them, because being hit by them, the body shot, I take a lot more damage. I hate these stompers. They're like the big eyes in Mega Man 1. Luckily, they take less hits, and their hitbox is much bigger. Alright, now to magnet this guy's missile up his butt. Even if you jump in the air, you still freeze. That's alright, as you can see, he's really weak to the magnet missile. Again, stared at him, he blew up. I mean, I'm just that badass of a robot, I guess. You know, I can switch to weapons. They should call me Rainbow Man, which, by the by, was one of the prototype names for Mega Man. For obvious reasons. Since he changes colors when he gets a new weapon. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, because now that I have those weapons, the rest of them don't really generally connect to the others. So, because Snake Man's weapon works on Gemini Man, Gemini on Needle, and Needle on Snake. So, yeah. But given the way things are, I mean, it's a pain in the ass, and thank God I got the energy tank. I'm probably better off going for Snake Man next. I mean, they still have sub-weaknesses to other weapons, but Needle does the most damage, and Snake Man's still one of the more annoying Robot Masters with how he moves around. Helps if I'm not sliding while trying to shoot. It helps if I'm also not jumping into the enemies while I'm trying to survive. You know, you got these jumping vending machines coming at you, as well as these snakeheads shooting at you. Just spouting a bunch of crap at you. And then you got a big one, which spouts a whole bunch of crap at you. Yeah, I'm not doing terribly hot here, but yeah, but at least bullets penetrate the walls, so luckily they know people have issues here, so as you can see, they're pretty pretty forgiving. And yeah, if you let them see you, they can shoot backward. That, and the guy's gonna come over there, and I'm gonna shoot him, and they drop that crap, and then the guy go over here, and he's gonna come at me, and then I can get hit, because why not? Q. Now those hammer joes are fun. Again, can only hit them when their eyes open, but you know, compared to even the regular sniper joes, at least you got a little bit more room for shooting them. Alright, now there should be some things up here. Yep. I'll take it! Random E-tank. As you can tell, they work like completely random things. I was gonna say question blocks, and I realized no, question blocks have said crap in them. Those are completely random too. And as you can see, one of the items in the pool is an E-tank, and I am completely fine with that. I guess that's going to be like my catchphrase. I am completely fine with that when things happen. A lot of bad crap can happen. You guys have seen some bad crap that happens. And you know, you guys have seen some shit, man. Flashbacks to Nam. Which reminds me, in all seriousness, joking aside, I'm gonna say this now because I won't be around to say it tomorrow in stream, but happy Memorial Day to all those watching, especially if you're watching on Monday, and for anyone that has served, especially for a good purpose. You can just say, well, I served. What did I serve for? America. No, it's like, you serve for, like, a really, like, for whatever reason they generally serve. You gotta make sure to tell a vet, thank you. You know, and I'm not gonna be like all like muscle-headed about it too, like Super America. But it's just a matter of, yeah, if they've seen, you know, they've seen action. They went over there. I say over there. It's like because there's a lot of over there's. They went to places, they fought, and all that. So whether or not in your mind you think it was a good choice or a bad choice, they still did it essentially for everyone here. So try to give them a little kudos for it. I'm going to use the E-tank here because, like I said, I do not like I do not like green eggs and ham. Alright, now he's just shooting green sperm at me, and that's not much better. That's alright, when I get the needle shooter, things will be a lot easier, so. Snacky. Okay, I'm going to Gemini Man. Before I do, I'm going to crack a new drink, because it seems that these drinks are managing to decently keep my sinuses under control, so I am okay with that. On to a cherry 7-Up. Fresh and easy made kitty cocktail. Step 1, open the can. Step 2, drink. Alright, now for Gemini Man, not to be mixed up with the movie that's coming out. Don't worry, in the Mega Man subreddit, there was a lot of jokes going on about, I see your Gemini Man, and I raise you Snake Man, or I raise you Dark Man, or I raise you, because there's been a lot of movies that, have Robot Master names. Oh, hey, free light. Hey, another free life. Detecting a pattern here. If I get a third one before the next area, then I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. Oh well. I could use being a millionaire. Well, I wouldn't be a millionaire, but if I wasn't so damn nice and generous to people, I'd probably have a lot more money. But I like taking care of people. It's just something I've always done. Has it made me a little bit more broke? Yeah, but it's made a lot of people happy. And that just makes me feel good. Besides, what are you gonna do? Take it with you when you die? Like my grandmother would always say it. She worked hard. She worked for Sunbeam in the let me see here. In the 40s, I want to say. And she always said, you know, no matter what, you spend it. You try not to be stupid with it, but she always, you know, when you spend it, you see, you can always go make more money. And that the whole point is that you got to try to enjoy what you have. You know, don't blow it on stupid stuff. But on that same note, don't not take care of yourself. And that's one of the problems I always generally had, is taking care of myself. A lot of the stuff I get, I get, but I don't enjoy it by myself. I make sure that, like, hey, whatever I happen to get, hey, let's have friends come over. Let's have a big group come over and let's share in the wealth. Like, I get a new video game system. Yeah, come on, invite some friends. Let's get some drinks. Let's get some pizza. Let's stay up all night playing whatever, you know. And I just, that's how I've always been, is that whatever my benefit is, it's your benefit. And, you know, it hasn't made for the best bedfellows in my life, but it also has made a lot of people happy, and it has given me years of good times, and it's given me some of the more loyal and nicer friends I've ever had in my life, so I am very appreciative of them. Some of which are either watching the stream right now, or if they're not watching the stream, they might be watching the YouTube video right now, so. And I just wanted to say I appreciate them. But just remember, if you guys happen to become a little bit more better off like I was, just make sure you spread the wealth to people that deserve it too. Including me. Oh, fuck you. I'm not taking that. Yeah, fuck you. Using the magic of time travel. Oh, hey, we got someone that I'm watching. I mean, someone, you know what I mean. But no, it's like a lot of my good laid-back friends, especially, they're doing pretty well. Like, half of them are doing really well for themselves, the other half of them are struggling. And the ones that are struggling a little bit more, and even the ones that weren't struggling before, I always did my best to take care of. And, the ones that are, I still do my best to try to take care of. I can't do it as much as I used to. Yeah, the rewind. What if Mega Man were Tracer? Yeah, pretty much. Cheers, lad. The cavalry's here. Oh, Blue, that's alright. If you don't get a chance to, you know, participate in all that, you know, just... I'll have the video uploaded later tonight, so no big deal. But I do appreciate at least you trying. That's kind of true. It would be similar to Braid. But no, you know, just from the inner heart spiel I was having, I'll tie it up here. Just do your best to be a nice and generous person when you can be. Of course, don't be stupid with it, and don't let people take advantage of you, but, you know. Be good, and part of the reason I'm stressing that in general is because I've watched, especially a lot more recently, it's like a lot of people have been very selfish. Very, very selfish. Even when they have no reason to be. Does everyone have problems? Of course they do. Hell, I have a whole crap load of my own, but, you know. On my bad days, I take it easy. On my good days, you know, here I am streaming for you guys. But, no, just because you got problems doesn't give you a free pass to be a jackass to people. Or selfish, especially. If you want to take care of yourself, that's fine, but don't live your life saying, essentially, I'm better than you, and, you know. Do you have to look out for yourself because you can't take care of anyone else if you can't take care of yourself? Of course. But it doesn't mean you still got to be a selfish jackass about it. If you have to spend time, especially when people know that you're a generous person and a nice person, then you do it. That was almost dumb. But you still have to... It's trying to find that balance, and that's not always the case. Anyway. Yeah, don't mind me. I've just been very pensive over the past couple of days. To be honest, weeks, but... Fill up a little brush jet. I gotta blow my nose again before I... Nope. Not gonna let Stompy get over my head while trying to blow my nose, because that would be no bueno, especially trying to get up to Needleman, because I think he's right past this guy. I'm also considering, with the Mega Man Maker game, because I'm gonna do it in Mario Maker 2, but in the Mega Man Maker game, I'm considering, just because I already have an idea in my head on how I do it, I'm considering, making, come on, brain. There we go. Not the brain for the laser, but come on, brain, because I'm trying to figure out what I was going to say. It's like, alright, reset, rewind, okay. Hang on, we're going to rewind. And then we watch the explosion go back, and... Anyway, sorry. No. I was going to remake the first... I don't know if I'll do the whole Castlevania one, but I'm thinking about remaking Castlevania 1 in Mega Man Maker, and then posting it, because the way some of the stages are laid out and the way some of the enemies work, I have great ideas that'll work. I mean, they'll work when I make them in Mario Maker, but there's something I want to plan to do and enjoy while I'm making it in Mega Man Maker. So, oh, hang on. No magic bar. Now it's just... Yeah. Simuman makes a good point there. It's like, when I told you there's a balance between taking care of people and taking care of yourself. There's no magic point. You have to figure out what works for you. But you do need a little on each side. You have to take care of yourself, but you also have to be a generous, kind soul. If you don't, you're going to be a lonely miser, for one. And if you don't take care of yourself, then you can't be around to take care of your friends. So, anyway. Alright, now, as you can tell... Going back on the game here, as you can tell, these are all crapped out because they're dead. They all good. Now we got the Doc robots. Now we refight the Mega Man 2 robots. It doesn't matter what order because I don't get their weaponry in this. Sadly, but I'm just gonna probably go from top to bottom, left to right, because why not? Question mark. Now what's nice is there's 2 robot masters per stage, so it just goes quicker. As you can see, there's already a difference. There's no hallway over here, and there's no ladder, so I gotta get my robot up there. So, speaking of other weapons, I had actually many years ago when, you know, before the internet, and that's no joke, I had... Let's not fuck that up, shall we? I had called Capcom Corporate with some Mega Man robot ideas for Rush and Robot Master ideas, and I was going to mail them to them. And I called them later to see if they got them, and they said they did, but one of the problems was... No, I got a letter. That one I got a letter back. And they said one of the problems is that because of Capcom... I mean, I didn't know this when I was young, because I never really, you know, connected the two, but because Capcom of Japan is the one that has to look it over, Capcom USA didn't really have much to say. They thought they were very appreciative that I put forth the effort, but there wasn't much they could do about it. But I had called corporate later just to, well, for lack of a better word, just to chat about Mega Man a little bit, because, you know, that's how much of a fan I am. And one of the things, I had talked to one of the, like, not super higher up, I don't remember the guy's name, but it was Capcom USA. And he said, well, you know, just because it was a canceled project and we don't plan on ever bringing it, there's one thing I'll tell you. He says there was a plan. Now, for those that know, the NES had a Game Genie that you plugged into the cartridge so you can edit the hex code inside the game and, you know, make it do really nifty things. Capcom was at one point considering, especially as the games had progressed, it was like by Mega Man 4 or Mega Man 5 at the time, they were going to make a similar device that would plug into the Mega Man cartridges and make it so other weapons from different Mega Man games could be saved to it, and you can access them in other games, i.e. you could take like the Metal Blade out of Mega Man 2 and use it for, or, you know, vice versa. It just, nifty things like that. And I thought that was really nifty, but they just said it just wasn't, conceptually it wasn't cost effective and they didn't want to do it, so it was scrapped. I kind of wish they would have done it, but if you look at, you know, fast forward to today's standards, you could kind of do that stuff super easy now, so it's like to the point where it's like, if you want to find that, just go find it. Alright, now we refight Metal Man. He's weak to the magnet missile, and that was a snore. Yeah, this one is Metal Man, and I believe at the end is Quick Man. Not fucking up the spikes like I did on the other game. Haha, see? No denying anything. Never heard of any of this. I wonder if there's any remnants of the project in a storage bin somewhere. There could be. There could be. I don't know if it'll ever come out in interviews or anything like that. I mean, if there is, that would be awesome. It was just one of those things that, now, I'll be honest with you. This very well could be legit, but, you know, given the fact he was just sitting there talking to a kid on the phone, he could have just been blowing smoke. But it does sound something like, especially because Mega Man was always a big game until it, like, had its, until they had the falling out with Keiji, and then they started kind of milking the franchise and making subpar games. But it was always really hot, so I could actually see that being a plausible thing. But like I said, there's also a chance where he's blowing smoke up a kid's ass. I hate the blocks in the Doc Robot stage because they fall faster than they do in the other one. So you'll have to pardon me whilst I cheese it a little. That. And let's do it twice. Oh, come on! No. I'm not gonna sit here all day rewinding trying to get through these damn blocks. Ha! Fuck you too. Alright, now I believe this is Quick Man, so Gemini Laser. Yep, Quick Man. He's like, oh, Mega Man, no, hell no. Hell no, I'm out of here. Now, I do think it's nifty that they managed to, you know, just barely... Oh, well. I do find it nifty, is like just barely based on the cartridge size, things like that, that they did manage to cram the Mega Man 2 Robot Masters in here with their Mega Man 3. This is one of the reasons, like I said, I really enjoy the game. Oh, what's this? Definitely plausible, weird lock-on projects in the works around then. Sonic and Knuckles was in 94. Yeah, that's true. And that's why, like I said, it sounds like something that easily could have actually been a thing. Really? And the worst part is I gotta sit here and dodge. God damn it! He's weak to something else, but I don't... Oh, it's the hard knuckle. So I hope to God I can hit him with enough of this Gemini laser, because he's gonna be... It's bad enough trying to hit him with the Gemini laser, because as you can tell, I can only fire one until the ricochets stop. And then, you know, I gotta make sure to hit him with it. I would hit... Come on, hit the boomerangs. Don't hit him. And I ran out. So I guess we're moving on. Don't! God damn it! Well, nothing to be done about it now. I can try to hit him with the hard knuckle, or I can just pee him to death, and I'm gonna burn through energy tanks like a motherfucker now. That's alright, they're at least generous with him toward the last Wily stages, so... Oh, it's not the hard knuckle. Topspin? Needle. Snake? If I can hit him with one, I'll find out. Yep, snake. I might die again just to give myself full health. Try again since I didn't know what weapon I was using and I already took most of the damage. It's not like I can cheese it with Flashman's weapon like I did before. I do claim that this is because I'm being watched, because usually, well, that and I seem to have better luck when I'm not being watched because he'll jump into the Gemini laser more often than not. I think this is only the second time I've ever had to use this search snake to take out Quickman, and for as easy as that was right there, I think I should have done that. I think I'll do that more often now. You live and learn. You get loves. No, I think I'll go around in a circle. Let's do the Gemini stage now. This one, I believe, is... Yeah, it's Flashman, then Bubble Man. Which, if you look at the stage, makes a lot of sense, too, so... You know, but if you even think about talking about Sonic and Knuckles with the add-on cartridge, like being able to unlock everything in like what essentially was supposed to be the full game of Sonic 3, as well as putting Knuckles in Sonic 2, I mean, that is really, really cool. And the only reason it didn't work with Sonic 1 is there was one reason. They got Tails to work fine. It was Knuckles. For some reason, in Scrap Brain Zone, when Knuckles would land on the spinning conveyor belts with his Knuckles, it would hardlock the game. And they would have to reprogram half the game to get a torque right. Now, have we seen people hack the emulation to do it? Yes. And is it something they probably could have done back then? Maybe, especially since they had the technology. But the fact that people are doing it is just as well now, I'm okay. Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm okay with the fact that... You see, that's the thing, is like nowadays, especially because of how popular retro video games have become, the fact that you say it's like, oh, okay, so you got people that are good at hacking ROMs, things like that, doing a lot of work and making their own like Sonic games and Mega Man games and Mario games and all that. They're not just editing sprites. I mean, they're going in and changing around the worlds and the stages and all that. I'm okay with that because it not only allows people to be a little bit more creative, but I've managed to see what people have managed to jam into some of those cartridges and stuff and ROMs that on a normal system it wouldn't work, but through the emulation software, it works amazing. Like, for instance, them putting they put all of Sonic's 1 and 2 into one game, and they use the Sonic 3 sprites, and it plays wonderfully. And I can't remember what it's called. I have it stowed away somewhere. Let's see here. I believe Flashman was weak to Needleman's ability. We're about to find out. Yep. So it's like Sonic or Mario All-Stars for Sonic. It was, except that you didn't choose between 1 and 2. It was a full continuation. After you beat Scrap Brain Zone, you moved right on to that was the name of the first zone. Green Hill is Sonic 1. Was Spring Hill Zone? I can't remember. But yeah, you go on, it's literally all connected in one big thing. And it has the Hyper Emeralds in it, too. So after you get all the Chaos Emeralds and you can become Super Sonic, Super Knuckles and all that, you can get the Hyper... Yeah, and you can get the Hyper Emeralds, too. So you can become a Hyper Sonic, Hyper Knuckles, and Super Tails. So, I mean, yeah, they did a... Like I said, if it was running on the system itself, it probably wouldn't have worked, but... You know, the amount of work that they put into it and made it work well is just phenomenal. And it runs Emerald Hill, that was it. Emerald Hill Zone. But no, it runs phenomenally and it's beautiful. I think you could probably find it on YouTube. I don't know what... I think it's called Sonic the Hedgehog Classic or something like that, or Sonic All-Stars Classic, or, you know, I'll be honest, I cannot remember because I haven't played it or watched it in a while. The only reason I even remembered it is because we're talking about something similar. No, into the spikes. Come on, brain, don't do... Huh, for some reason I remember there being more crap back here. Now I gotta remember what his weakness was. I don't think it was Needleman. Is Sparkman? I mean, it would make sense for underwater. Yep. Well, every one of the Mega Man 2 robots has 2 weaknesses, thankfully, so even if I messed it up one, I can do it the other way. Now, Shadow Man's Redux stage. Let's see, this is Woodman and Heatman. Now I gotta watch for spikes. Also gotta watch for spike hitboxes, because when I was playing Rockman 3, I accidentally just slightly... Right here. If you don't center yourself on the ladder and make sure you grab, even if you're slightly off, boom, those spikes kill you. I can jump down fine, but climbing up, no, that was a complete bitch. Nope. Yep. I could have cheesed that with the Rush Jet, but eh. I'll cheese that with the Rush Jet. Because my luck is, you know, I'll misjump things. I was playing Mario Odyssey earlier, and I was going through some of the last stages, and an area that you normally have Cappy in, they had me redo without Cappy, and it was a bitch with Cappy, and I don't ever want to do that again. Ever. Ever again. Ever again. Like, no. Just, no. Just, fuck you, no. The one with the poison? Fine. The one with the bullet bills? Never again. Especially since I had to go back because I realized there was the second moon was in there. No, thank you. Now, Woodman was a little bit difficult, going back on the game, Woodman was a little difficult to dodge in general with the leaf shield and stuff in Mega Man 2. In 3, the hitbox is even bigger. So I literally have to be so careful to kill him before he kills me, or I'm gonna be here a while. There we go. Yeah, the chain of long jumps for the second one, that was even worse than the other part, in my opinion. Luckily, they know this one's harder, hence why they leave the health what's it here. That and, you know, Hammer Joe's gonna whack me in the face with a big old hammer. I heard you like Bukkake! Wham! You know. Come on, slide! Don't just jump into it. It's like, hey, I do! I'm gonna cheese the last part of the section here because, you know, I can do it normal, but as I mentioned before, I've played this game so many times. If I want to take a few shortcuts because I have the technology to, so be it. But if I were to do like a hardcore playthrough or something, especially if I dedicate it as a hardcore date for a playthrough, then I will make sure the stream and the YouTube channel says as such. We're gonna do this now. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I will dedicate it to that, and then I will let people know, and then I will make sure there's no way for me to cheese anything. That'll be everything total and utterly legit. Not to say this isn't, but, you know, I'm just kind of saving time. Now I gotta remember what the hell man was going to do. I got a little health. I'm probably gonna let myself die anyway. So let's little ditties for the kitties. Yay! Let's just test things and see what works. Was it this? That was that. Nope! If he hadn't have chased me down, I would have beat him with the 1 HP. And that's a kick in the pants. You know what really grinds my gears? That. And that's what grinds my gears. Come on! The other thing that sucks is that if you're, post-slide, if you don't time the button just right, it doesn't register that you pressed the button. And then you're sitting there like, that's why sometimes you'll just see me standing there wondering why there's no Shadow Blade coming out, because I'm whacking the attack button and nothing's happening. Yeah, Doc Robot is memory saving, but hey, on the bright side, like I said earlier in the stream, look at how far they managed to, even with the, they had to memory save, because look at how much extra stuff they threw into this game, and even at the time, because like I said, this came out in 90 in the States. I think it was 89 in Japan, so might have been 90 as well, but still, if you think about what they had to do for what they had, it's still pretty impressive. The other nice thing I like playing this on Legacy Collection is because then you guys get those nifty, I made sure to put it, is that not only is it full screen, and not widescreen, because then it'll look a little like, why is Mega Man so fat? But you get those nifty borders on the side, in case you forget which game I'm playing. No, I mean, the artwork looks good, so. Ow. Ow. Yeah, compared to even the other Mega Mans, it's like, yeah, you can have the capability to take a lot of extra hits, but as you can, son of a bitch! As you can see, they're a little bit more forgiving in this game. Come on, I can hit the edge of that. Sure I can. I don't care. Anyway, also in this, now the final 2 Robot Masters, for those not keeping score, I'll be fighting Crashman and Airman in here. And if I remember correctly, which I usually don't, I have to, one's the Hard Knuckle, and I think one's the Spark Shot. I'll be damned if I remember which is which, right off the top of my head, so. Oh, come on! I jumped over that. How many lives? I got 5? Yeah. Oh no, I think it starts me at the beginning if I die here, so... Not that I want to, but... When I take one more hit, I'll probably pop an E-Tank. Now I gotta remember... which is which. I think the Hard Knuckle is on... Yeah, I think the Hard Knuckle is Crashman. The Spark Shot will be Airman. Yep. Nope. I was thinking to myself, should I have used that? No, I didn't do it taking that much damage. Yes, I did. Wrong button. Suck my dick. Oh, look, item energy. Problem is I gotta use it for the rush jet, because if I don't have rush jet right here, I ain't making it. Didn't tighten that too well. At least it's nicer than to put more energy things all over the place. Item energy. Sneak right in here. Sneak over there. See, and like the other Mega Man games as well, I am... Sure. I have a lot of extra E-tanks, so I don't have to be as stingy with it as I would be, like, say, Mega Man 2. And I've been getting a lot more later, so... But it doesn't also mean I want to use them willy-nilly. I just have that, that old-school gamer in me tells me just to save the shit until you really need it. And I don't really need it right this second. But I gotta be super extra careful, because now I have a cough left. And I don't mean my cough either. Sounds like a Russian guy. What's your name? Oh, my name's Mykov. Yeah. I could always do that, too. Oh, hey. Got him on the return trip. Oh, hey, these are one-shot by him. Oh, hey, I'm gonna do more things. Hey! Those come out, shoot mini-meds, or regular-sized meds. How far back do I have to go? Nope. I don't have the energy on the rush jet, so... Nope, he's gonna kill me, so... Yeah. I would have had a farm energy and all that shit. No. I'm good. Now I'm at full health. I'll be coming in to fight Crash Man. Good old drill arm. What's funny is if I were to attack and use the hard knuckle while I was right up to him and he exploded, Mega Man, that's another bug. Mega Man will get stuck, like, posing where he doesn't have an arm pointing forward for like a couple of seconds, and then he stands there normally. Now Break Man, which is actually just Proto Man. And he takes no extra damage. So he's weak to it because he's blue, like Airman. That is true! And that was that fight. Oh no! Right after we received the last element! I don't know why he's Irish. Coily ran off with Gamma! And now come the Willy stages. Might as well get myself to free life over here. Because why not? Luckily, the Mega Man 3 Dr. Wily stage end bosses aren't nearly as, say, annoying as 1 and 2. Especially if you know what you're doing. And clearly I don't. I do. I want to go into Warp Pipe. I want to go into Warp Pipe. Yeah. Now for the Rush Mariner. I'll call you back, Ishmael. Hop, 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 hop. Okay. Now to get through those, I need the hard nuclei, but I'm not going to worry about the health, or the free life rather, because there's more crap up here. And just like the other Wily stages, weapons energy does not, repeat, does not regenerate between the Wily's Castle stages. So, you got to make sure to top yourself off whatever chance you get. You'll see later why, especially with the Rush Jet, that will be extremely useful for me. Now for Hammer Jaw. Hip you and hip you and hip. Okay. Slide, slide, fall. Perfect opportunity. I don't think I need the Rush Marine anymore, so I can leave that one go by the wayside, which is why I think in later games they took out the Rush Marine, because at that point you can just use the Rush Jet underwater. So they took out the redundancy department of redundancy. Oops. A little too high. I got stuck in the block. As you can see, like I said before, they are quite a bit more generous in this than they were in past games. And now we get to fight the Robo Turtles. So I'll use my non-powered mega weapon, the Shadow Blade. Nice. And the tornadoes just push me around, but these turtles take only one shot from this thing, and that's fine. God damn it! And then they'll shed their shell if I'm not quick enough. The shell blows up. Would you? There we go. Kaboom, baby! One Willy stage down, that many Willy stages to go. Yeah, it almost does seem like a Sonic boss, doesn't it? Now, Wily stages 3 and 4 have the background music. There was when I was in, I want to say either kindergarten or first grade. This is like, so we're talking like, say 33 years, 32, 33 years ago. There was a show called Midnight Patrol. And their theme song sounds eerily familiar to Wily's theme 3 and 4 from this game. At least the chorus part. So every time I hear it, that's what I think of. Yeah, need the Rush Jet again over here. I wonder, can I top spin these fuckers? Nope, I'm just gonna waste all the top spin, so I'm going back. Yeah, I figured I'd try. I mean, I had a rewind feature, so why not? Can we not push me into the spikes? I was gonna say lava for some reason, but no, I knew what I meant. Alright, does any of my... Well, I could top off my heart knuckle. And the next boss in this area is going to be fun because it's going to be one of my friend's absolute favorite bosses. And I use it with a million quotation marks. Yellow Devil Mark II. Well, you're right. Technically, the spikes could be hard in lava. See? Very generous. Well, I got nothing else to give it to, so what the hell. Yep, exactly. But luckily they don't play the old theme, so you know you don't have to have non-flashbacks while listening to it. I am topping myself off because I don't like this guy. Now I gotta remember his pattern, and if I stand here when he comes, it could one-shot me, or at least does a shitload of damage. Nope. Pardon me whilst I focus. Damn it! There was the double jump. Oh man, I should get 2 Knucklies off that. It's easier to see him because then at least I can see what part starts to change, so I can. Until he does that. Oh god, that hurt. Shit, I got enough E-tanks. Fuck it. Some people might ask, NeckBear'd, why did you not fire a second hard knuckle? Possibly finish him off. Simple. My luck would have been the hard knuckle would have got to his eye and then it wouldn't have connected. Slide, slide. Jump, jump. Die, die. Ree. Anyway. This song. Dun, 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 da, 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 Midnight Patrol. Now, it may or may not, because the last time I saw that show was like many years ago. But that's what I personally remember from it. At least that part of the song. So, don't mind me. I got him. Let's recharge the old hard knuckle here. See? Yet another E-tank. And then they give me more right before I get to the final boss. I'm just happy that essentially the hardest problems, or the hardest Mega Man games I've gotten past to for you guys, so I can kind of... I mean, I'm still, like, not exactly breezing through it in my mind. Wait a minute. There it is. Because I'm, you know, just kind of burning through E-tanks and stuff, but I can take a little bit of an easier breath compared to how I do it with the other Mega Man games. I definitely want full. When I get to the Wily Machine, I definitely want full Rush Jet. Yeah, I don't care about you. I definitely care about you. Twice. Motion, crush, motion, kill, jump, 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 jump. Screwed up that jump. But, you know, despite all the spikes, still very forgiving. Yeah, what the hell? Let's play the lottery a little bit. Let's see what we got up here for good old Mega Man. Yet another E-tank. You know what? I don't need the coil so much because, well, I have plenty of coil left. So top off the hard knuckle. Now, this one I can cheese really fast because if I can get up there in time, nope. Yep, there it is. He dies at a top spin. Now, this is the thing about the replicated Mega Man here is that the triple one, because of how it's programmed, the top one is always the real one very first. Always. and then it randomized. So the fact that I got him on the second try was kind of nice for me. Everything topped off. Beautiful. Moving on. Now I gotta watch out for these garbage throwers. Because even after you kill them, if a block is still falling, it'll still home in on you and hurt you. That was one of the problems I had in Rockman 3, is I wouldn't kill him fast enough. When it would drop the thing and it would take me out. Kind of like that. Yeah, this game, it's really, really generous. And now I believe I refight all the Robot Masters. Yep, teleporter system. Where to begin? Where to begin? Nah, you know what? I'll go around. Time for Neato Man. Luckily, just like in Mega Man 2, when you kill him, they drop big gobs of health. Since I already came in here with half health and I got 7 E-tanks, I'm gonna use one. Not that I necessarily need it, but oh well. And now we have Magneto Man. Now, as you saw before, he was... that's one of the reasons I love the Gemini laser, just because all the bank shots. But, well, as we saw before, he's weak to the spark. But since I'm always used to using the spark, I forget that he's also just as weak to the Shadow Blade. Makes it a little easier to hit him. Now for the Gemma Mr. Mine. I missed. Alright, what do we got now? Now we got Viagra Man. Let's see if we can't shave off his hardness a little bit. Why he has a magnet, or why, you know, why he's weak to magnets, we'll never know. Obviously, he's got metal in that hardness somewhere. And now Top Man. Since you saw he is weak to the Mega Buster, his actual weakness is the Hard Knuckle. Very weak to the Hard Knuckle. See, there's the thing. I'm stuck. Oh god, I'm stuck. And then he's like, oh, wait. Okay. I'll save the bottom. Actually, you know, I won't go around. I'm going to save that down there because I got to go through that gate later, so. Now, I'm going to have a lot easier time with Snake Man because he's really weak to the needle shot. Nope. Don't hit the exit till you get the health. There we go. Now for Spork Man. Oh, this is something else that's interesting about this game. I only had found out earlier, is that every Robot Master will take 4 points of damage from their own weapon. Even if there's other weapons they're more weak to, they still take 4 points of damage from their weapon. So, like, if I ran out of their actual weakness, you know, I'd probably just use their weapon against them, but... Luckily, it's not as generous as the Metal Blade, but the Shadow Blade is still pretty nice and generous. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if this thing eats up all my damn top spin, I am slightly rewinding, because I need it for later. Alright, half is fine. I can recharge it, like, right over here. Let me see. Yeah. Moving on to the Willy. And now they're going to give me more crap, see? Yeah, that was full. I don't need the magnet missile for anything. I do need the hard knuckle. Definitely need the top spin. Let's see what I can get. Yeah. Or item energy is okay. Yeah, why not? We'll go with the magnet. Just because it's the lowest. Now we go with the hard knuckle. And now, in his second phase, you'll see why the rush jet is broken on this fight. One more step. Oops. Luckily, you can actually angle the hard knuckle. Now watch the shit out of this. Yeah, if I can hit him with it. Yeah, I could have just pounded the button. It would have been just the same, but eh. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ha! Fooled you. There's also something else I learned, because this is now the final boss. Something else I learned about this very particular boss that I never knew before. Now, his first form, I always use the Shadow Blade because it's always easiest to get his wee little head. And then his second form, I would use the Search Snake because it did a decent amount of damage. I mean, really decent amount of damage. I'm going to show you guys something that, yeah, you'll see. You'll see. Prepare to be amazed, as long as I pull it off as well as I did when I was playing Rockman. Oops. Come on. There we go. Watch this. Nope. Damn it. It wouldn't have hit me. Let me try that again. It's worth it. One shot from the top spin. Yep. One might say he was top spun. Yeah! Where's Dr. Wily? Oh no, too late. He was split. Now here's for the epilogue dog. Mega Man! I'll do it. Mega Man, you've regained consciousness. I found you lying here when I arrived. I wonder who brought you here. This whistle. It must have been Proto Man. I know he's like kind of a mix of Elmer Fudd and Homestar Runner, but that's kind of what he sounds like in Mega Man 8. Dr. Wowie. What I like about this is they actually showed the backlog numbers of and what they were purposed for of the original Mega Man 1 robots, which are actually, like I said before, they're Dr. Light's creations. Everything from Mega Man's 2 to 8 are Dr. Wily's. Was it 9 or 10? I think it was 9 that are, again, Dr. Light's creations. And then it was 10, again, for Wily's. And then 11, too, I believe. They kind of are. The only thing that's interesting is that, yeah, it is one way to say demolition. But, when they, kind of, retconned it a little bit, there goes Wily! Look at it, it's so cute! And now he's stuck on the tree. When they retconned it a little bit and added Time Man and Oil Man, I don't think they fixed the number system. If they did, of course they couldn't go back and fix the games, but, they might have just added them somewhere like, dash 00 dash 1 or 2. You're like, because they were afterthoughts, but still, besides me having the amount of knowledge I have of these games, you guys can understand probably a little bit more on why I really enjoy the Mega Man series. It's like the challenge. If not, then I'll lay it out for you. The stages are challenging, just challenging enough where you can still enjoy them. The Robot Masters, there's a nice little end boss, so it's like, yeah, you worked for it, but then you get their weapon. That's the thing I like, is that you actually get their weapon, and it makes it feel like you've really accomplished something to use against someone else. So that's one of the big reasons. I just always found it so fascinating to get the other, your enemy's weapon to use. So that's one of the biggest draws I have to Mega Man. The Wily stage is a lot. I mean, to me, that's extra. Oh, Oil Man is DN00B. Time Man must be 00C then. Or is he A? Yep. It uses Star Trek numbering based on the Enterprise. Enterprise, then Enterprise A and all that. Presented by Clapcom. Giving you the clap since 1980-something. Now I'm pressing the buttons and nothing's happening, so I can rewind it. And now we hear Satan's voice somewhere in the middle as we watch Mega Man fly backward once he gets back on Rush. I just want to do this because. Why not? Come on, get to Rush. Get to Rush. Get to Rush. Satan eats cheese whiz. There we go. He's like, no, fuck that. Capcom's presenting nothing. Alright, anyway. And that's Mega Man 3, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Let's see here. There, that. Okay. That. Okay. Alright. Thanks, everyone, that have come and watched this stream. I, again, have... well, I'm glad you think it's definitely better than the manga. I mean, I have a little bit more finesse, and I've been really enjoying streaming for everyone, so... I'm just glad that despite my sinuses, I've had a relatively clear mind, clear head today, so it makes it so much easier to talk and just randomly bullshit about stuff while still not getting too petered out while doing it. Because that's the problem I had in Mega Man 2 when I was playing for you guys. I was starting to get a little wore out toward the end there. Just my head gets, because I suffer from some problems that it gives between that and the sinuses, especially. Yeah. I definitely have sinus problems. Between that, I suffer from some problems. It makes it so some days I have trouble focusing. So, today wasn't one of them, thankfully. Knock on wood. But yeah, thank you all again for coming. And I am probably going to stick with, when I do the mainstream stuff, I will probably stick to weekend streaming, probably Sundays. I'll be doing it. I don't know. I'll have to check the calendar. Of course, as anything else, I'll be tweeting, which, since I have the connection to the tweets everywhere, everyone will be able to know what's going on. I will let you guys know when. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing Mega Man 4 this next weekend. If not, it's because of something. I don't have my calendar open right now, so I don't remember or know what's going on. So, and if I decide to just randomly stream some other crap during the week, of course, I'll probably post it on Twitter as well, but I don't expect many people to come. It's just one of those that, hey, I'm in the mood to play this, and it's just going to be like a side game. So, if I said, I'm going to play Mario 2 today, because why not, That's probably what I'll do for, main week stuff. But the big stuff that I want people to really see so they can make time, I'll probably do on weekends still. So. Anyway, I know I said it twice already, but I don't care. Thank you very much for coming. I hope to see you again next stream. if you guys have any suggestions for those that especially really know me, if you have any suggestions for other things I should do game-wise after I'm done with the Mega Man series, by all means, post it on in the Facebook group, or send it to me on Twitter, or email me, or get a hold of me somehow. Everything's connected to everything, so no matter where you get it, or no matter where you send it, I'll get it somewhere. So yeah, by all means, give me ideas. A lot of this is just going to be me doing it, so after the Mega Man series, like, there's actually a finite number. I know, right? I mean, if I'm going to be going to the finite number, then means, it'll be half a year by the time I'm actually done with all the Mega Man series, especially if I start playing Command Mission, which we're either going to sit down for a long stream for, or I'll break it into parts. But, no, just go ahead and give me ideas. And, yeah, thanks again for coming. And I shall see you guys in the next stream.